Hey, good morning everyone. This is Razor from Razorworks. It's Friday morning, probably about 11:30 I guess, or so. And we are starting off in my paint booth. This is my hold down plate for the shear. Trying to get a little shot of the reflection here on this bad boy. But I just finished painting this probably about, I don't know, maybe half hour ago. So it's very wet right now. Hopefully it'll shine, or I should say dry, with this gloss on it. And if so, it should look pretty nice. But that's pretty much it for the painting today anyway, because I can't handle this thing when it's wet, obviously. So I leave it sit here in my paint booth for probably a couple of days before I even try to move it. Just gives the paint a good chance to cure. It's got a what we call outgas, because you know, it's a two-part catalyzed paint, and so you just need to give it time to like I said, outgas. And so that's what we do. That's why it's taken me so dabburn long to get this thing painted, so I can put it back together. But you know, I'm just going for you know, quality over quantity, if you will. There's my side plate that it's sitting in primer. Obviously covered it up because I didn't want the overspray. But there it is in all its glory. Get over here where the light hits that thing pretty well. And it's ready for paint as well. But because it's going to be a different color, that's why it was covered up. But anyway, so we'll come through Ray's shop. Here's my heavy 10 sitting right here that I can't wait to get started on. And there's the other section to my base on the shear. And there's my tool cutter grinder behind it. This thing's leaning up against. And my paint station right there. My paint guns up there. And yes, I didn't take down my Christmas decorations, but oh well, what the hell. It's always Christmas time around here, right? And that C-ray thing right there is what I cut when I was in my underwater welding school. And that's what they called me in my underwater welding school, was C-ray. So it's pretty appropriate, I guess. And but anyway, I am starting a new project. There's my bad boy lathe sitting over there that Bruce introduced me on. And here's my brake, my little 2-foot finger brake. Again, love that thing. But anyway, so we're going outside, and here's Boo Boo. He's waiting for me to kick his toy, and his toy is right there. And Boo Boo wants to grab it and give it to Daddy. So anyway, but Boo Boo, Daddy's busy right now. We'll play with him in a minute. So I am starting a new little project here. This shouldn't take very long. And in fact, I'm setting my camera in my camera phone mount, and here it is. Nothing to write home to Mom about, but you know, it works. Gives me any angle I need. It's magnetic, so it sticks to my camera tripod right there. And anyway, so here that cutout is for the lens, so we can keep checking out what we're looking at. Okay, so this is the little vise that I got from Tom down at the Bash. And at first I was like, wow, this thing's really cool. You know, it looks like it's very well made, and it is for the most part. I mean, you know, I don't know if it was the guy's first time or his, you know, 100th time or whatever, but you know, it is. It's pretty well made. I haven't checked it with any serious accuracy or anything with any of my measuring tools, but just from visual point of view, it looks great. Problem is that if you can see this right here, if that will focus, let's see here if I do this. Come on, focus. Wow, it's not focusing. If I could show you guys what this thing is doing. Yeah, dadgummit, it's not working. Now, let me see if I can hold it right here. Tap that. It's focusing on my hand. Well, anyway, this edge right here, this leading edge, is folding back. It's curling back, and the reason why is because it intersects this pin right here, like this. Wow, this is terrible. Let's see if I can. It intersects that pin like that. Hopefully, we can see that. And problem is that when you put any tension on it or any strain, it folds this edge back right here, folds this edge right here back this way. So I'm thinking that it's kind of a poor design, that it needs to be given a different source of pressure, to put pressure against this pin right here, which in turn presses up against this. This engages into here, okay, and it pushes this slide forward on the actual vise itself. So this sets in here, obviously, and slides back and forth like this. And so, that being said, like I said, this piece here, when you push against this to push this forward, depending on what you're pushing against, this will run out, and then the force is being exerted on this back side right here. And when you try to relieve it, it pulls back and put force on this side. So I think is what we need to do is put in a different mechanism between here and the inside of this, like a ball bearing is what I'm thinking. Okay, and allow the ball bearing to take up the pressure that's being exerted on this, and then once you pull it back, it shouldn't take that much to pull it back, obviously, once you release the tension, and then this pin will engage like it's supposed to be, like it's supposed to originally, and allow you to pull the jaw back. So I'm going to make a new one of these, and I'm probably going to make it out of 4140, just because, pre-hardened tool steel or whatever. I think that might give me a little bit better longevity as far as the metals working against each other. But other than that, like I said, the guy did a really good job. This piece goes up in here like this. I've already got my lapping plate out here, as you guys can see, and I totally cleaned this thing up. I cleaned up this whole surface here. I didn't do the sides, but I did the bottom. There was actually a lip on here that the guy had left from his milling, so I went ahead and I lapped those down. Hopefully you guys can pick that up if it'll focus on that. And I lapped the sides right here on here and here. And so now this thing, it literally, it's like resistance free big time. It just glides on that base in there. So I think that's a step in the right direction. But anyway, so I don't have any 4140. So anybody out there that has any, my address is, I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm really just kidding. I'll have to call either my metal supplier down in LA, or get a hold of McMaster-Carr or somebody and get some material in here so I can turn that. The handle, it's pretty generic. It works. It's big enough to allow you to put a little torque on that thing, but how much torque do you really want to put on a little vise like this? So I think it'd be cool to change the whole handle design. and build something similar to what you see on the big vices. I think that'd be pretty cool for me to try to pull that off. So if nothing else, you know, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Just a little quick video, just to let you know that, you know, when I'm out here doing the things that I'm doing, sometimes I have to switch gears. I get a customer coming in here, hey, can you do this for me, or, you know, how much will this be? And so I've got to put everything on hold for a minute until I get that guy taken care of. The other thing with, you know, like my painting, for an example, you know, I'm kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs, so to speak, as far as the painting goes, because my booth is only so big. I really don't have any place to take the parts out to hang them in, like a drawing space, drawing room. And so, you know, I just kind of do the best I can out here until I get my shop. So there's lots of things to do, and like I said, this is just a little quickie job here for me to try to do in the meantime while my piece is drying, and I've got everything else ready and prepped to paint. So I figured this would be simple and easy to do, and it's just something that needs to be done, and I can get it done. So anyway, hope all is well with everyone. Again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. Again, the comments have absolutely been terrific. You guys have really been awesome out there in YouTube land. So keep them coming, and I will try my best to keep the videos coming. Any suggestions? Chuck Barbarino contacted me, and we spoke the other day about my cone nut design, and his idea was actually better than what I came up with. But you know, that's what it's all about. We're all here to learn, and so I appreciate that, Chuck. So again, all comments are welcome, good, bad, and indifferent. So send them, and thanks again for everyone's joining my channel, and I guess that's pretty much it for today. So Razor Ray taking off, and you guys have a great day. The weekend's coming up, so I will have a video up for you guys on Sunday. Okay, everyone, take care. Okay, Razor checking out. Bye.